Morning everybody, Nick from Hobby Extreme. Jumping right back into another event video. Just been away for another 4 weeks on rotation, and luckily I'm home to go to this event, which is Freedom Fest. Freedom Fest is an awesome event. It's actually one that you guys have not seen yet because we just started. From last year, we went to it, but we didn't start doing these videos until we were past Freedom Fest. So Freedom Fest is an awesome event. It's held by Chris Barton with Full Throttle RC. So we got about a 4-hour drive ahead of us. Trailer's all packed up, ready to go. So let's get on the road. Freedom Fest, let's do it. All right, just like that, 4.5 hours done. Got here.
Yeah.
So it is the 1st, so the event doesn't actually start till the 2nd, so we're actually here a little bit early. Just like every event, Ryan always beats me here. So he has spot lined up for me and everything. So this field, I don't think I've actually ever showed you guys, because we actually, no, you have been to this field. Yeah, you have been.
Yeah.
What was the last event that we were at this field with?
I forgot it.
It was Chris, yeah.
South.
So Southeastern Modelers, it was the event that they put on last year with Chris Prince. And it's a beautiful field. So you guys remember we talked about it. But so Freedom Fest was actually held at Fredericksburg at Chris's home field last year. This year he's holding it at Southeastern Modelers field at Chris Prince's field. And so it's cool. I kind of wish it was at Fredericksburg because it was only like an hour drive for me. So that was really nice. But yeah, we got a good little weekend planned up. Chris has a really awesome giveaway. He's giving away a whole trailer and an RV8. And I also, did you say that Extreme Flight's also giving away?
They are doing a turnkey airplane as well.
Yeah, so giving away 2 airplanes here. It's really cool. Also, there's going to be a bunch of fireworks because it's 4th of July, so it's Freedom Fest. So, but yeah, we got a lot of cool things. Hopefully, Dad, Mark, is going to be here tomorrow. So I got here a little bit before him. And we're going to have an absolute blast. Hopefully, it's not too hot.
Good week.
Oh, yeah. We actually have Jase is actually right by us, which is pretty cool. So he's setting up all his stuff right now. And yeah, so let's go. What, you want to go walk around the event, show them around?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. Yeah, a lot of people rolling in. We have a lot of trailers here, a lot of campers. They have a lot of porta potties down there. There's a guy that actually been giving people helicopter rides all around. So he's been flying all day. So that's been really fun. This is the flight line that you guys know from one of the videos that we did before.
Right?
I know. Excited about that, right? Man, I wish we actually could buy one. That's the new Ravin. Jase's probably going to fly that later. Yeah, they actually brought out a food truck, and they actually have a shower trailer. So they have showers and everything here as well.
It's kind of nice.
Yeah,
it's really nice.
Really nice.
One earlier.
And actually having a food truck here as well. The only time I've ever seen a food truck is at like Joe Knoll. So that's really nice.
They were at Joe Knoll as well.
Yeah, Chris has really been putting a lot of work into making this event really enjoyable and relaxing for a lot of people. And we'll show you later, but there's the trailer all the way down there. That's actually the trailer that Chris is actually giving away with a fully built RV8 in it. Ryan's not too thrilled about the RV8, but it's just a different plane than what we normally like to fly. But hell, if we win it, I know someone who would absolutely love to fly is Dad. Dad would rip an RV8.
This one had to take some modifications.
Just because it was like the first from the factory, or?
Well, there's 2 separate wings we tested.
Okay.
And when they made this set of wings, we already had the fuse, so they had nothing to go by as far as the holes. So
Gotcha.
yeah.
So what'd you change from the original wing that you did?
Just the span.
Okay, you made it a little bit shorter? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, originally it was 115 in the first set.
Just a little too floaty?
No, I mean, it was plenty. You know, I like how it was floaty and everything. Just wanted to make it a little more agile.
Okay.
You know, it's one of those things where you can feel it headed in it.
Yeah.
You just feel that, you know, if it had a little bit, you know, more off the wingtip, that it would get there.
Right.
And, you know, we didn't lose a lot of wing area at all, so it still stayed floaty and kept all the other good characteristics. But
that's awesome.
Picked up roll rate a little.
So you had a lot of play into the how this plane was made, huh?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. This is something we started last year around the engine, and this is the one and only fuse we've tested.
Yep.
2 separate wing designs. Just one elevator stab set and 1 rotor. So, you know, with something like this, you know, it took a little bit of time to get, you know, the construction drawings and details finished, but
right.
And then the sample made and shipped over. But I mean, it was a good day when we made it, and could tell that we were on the right track to something cool.
I bet. How long did you guys invest from, like, you first had the idea of this new Ravin that you actually, from start to actually flying this one, would you say?
It was pretty much right at a year.
1 year? Yeah. All right.
Yeah, this is you know, this is an airplane, you know, size and idea that I've had in mind for a couple years, actually, ever since I started testing the 180.
Yeah.
Not exactly a Ravin, but, you know, something along these lines, and a few of these design features I had in mind for something in this class around that engine. You know, with the Ravin, just something that I felt that you didn't have to change a whole lot of the scale appearance.
Right.
You can still make it fly really well and present really well. So.
Because on these bigger airplanes, looking scale is very important.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
Because honestly, most of the guys that use bigger airplanes are IMAX.
Yeah. Yep. With iMac, you know, they're a little bit lenient on that, but.
Okay.
Every now and then you'll hear a complaint, or someone will bring something up in the
right.
rules. So. You got to be careful with that, but you know, just a big airplane looks good when it's scale.
Oh, absolutely.
That's nice.
I mean, big airplanes are just freaking awesome, but
oh, yeah.
You don't see a lot of people doing 3D with them. You see some, but it's kind of rare.
Yeah. This is something we tried to expand the flight envelope a little bit for this class. You know, with 40% airplane, seems like in the past you either get something that's, you know, really good at low and slow, or, you know, something that's pretty agile, but, you know, maybe a little more on the heavily wing-loaded side. So try to balance it out a little bit with this, and the engine is definitely a big part in that, with, you know, the power and the throttle response that we've got. So
because we were talking to the DA guys at Joe Nall, and they were saying that the DA 180 performs almost like a 200.
Yeah, I think there's like one horsepower difference,
which is awesome.
I think this is at like 18 to 18 and a half horse, and they got the 200 at about 19. So
that's crazy.
And we're spinning the same prop on it right now as a 200. So, but you know, the 200 is applicable for this airframe with the way that the motor box and firewall is cut. With a 2-cylinder like the 180 or anything similar, we just have a motor box extension that comes with the airplane.
Yeah.
So it's 4-cylinder or 2-cylinder. You can use without any modifications.
Yeah, I feel like the 180 is awesome because it gets the convenience of just a 2-cylinder.
Yeah.
Only one carburetor, one ignition.
Yeah.
So
that's true. Yeah, for sure.
And trying to tune 2 carburetors, I've never done it before, but I can imagine it's probably a bit of a pain.
Yeah. The thing is with the 200 is, you know, it runs, you know, it sounds like it runs really good.
Yeah.
And it varies amount of tunes. So you got to be really careful with it.
Right.
You got to be really careful how you baffle it. You know, but once you get it right, it performs excellent. The sound is awesome. You just gotta, you know, be careful with baffling and tune it very carefully.
I will say that's probably the only cool part about 200. They sound freaking awesome.
Oh yeah. And the throttle response is like an electric plane.
Yeah, it's just incredible.
Know, speaking of throttle response, that's one thing that impresses me a lot about this engine. You know, being a big 2-cylinder, it's throttle response wise, probably between the 120 and 150, around there. You know, engine that size, you know, it's, you know, a little bit more doggy. Yeah, really have that pop like a 120, but this one's really close. And you know, for how big that engine is, it's pretty impressive.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I also love your guys' new quick releases. These are the same ones that you like initialized on the Ventique, right?
Yeah, Ventique has it. The Cap 232 70cc will have these. So on this Ravin, we've got 2 per wing. Then we got the speed lock design for the canopy.
Oh man, I'm excited for those
Locked
on the
and
edge.
unlocked. And then we got this.
Oh, and on the stat perfectly. Oh yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, this one obviously speed locks, removable rudder. We have the cowling on the bottom's pre-cut for exit air, so you don't have to guess on that.
Still have to cut the exhaust ports though.
Right,
Yeah.
but this airplane, now we're planning on having a clear cowling template for the bottom half of the cowl, so you can kind of hack that one up a little bit before you go onto the cowl. But
I
yeah,
kind of just start drilling holes until eventually I find it.
right, yeah. So hopefully that'll help keep everything clean. Obviously pre-hinged and sealed, just like every other Flex airplane.
Yeah.
This one has a 2-piece cowling. That's especially helpful, you know, for those guys that are going to run a 4-cylinder airplane and want to get the right baffling, nice and accessible.
Oh, another thing I didn't even think about it, baffling a 4-cylinder.
Yeah.
That must be a pain as well.
Yeah, it can be. Fortunately, we're working with the factory to get a 4-cylinder baffling kit for this. So,
Okay.
You'll have all the right dimensions and it'll be baffled properly. As far as exit air goes on this one, obviously the cowl is pre-cut. There's 2 squares up there in the front. Just cut the covering open, and then just a few of those ovals back there. And you can probably see this has got mounts for cans and pipes too. So
Yeah.
those holes and ovals are
So you got the option.
for those as well. Yeah.
And I think you guys hit it out of the park with the color scheme.
Yeah, this is Clint Sweet design. He does all the Flex color schemes, and I think he really, captured the personality of the Ravin, I guess you'd say. The wing design, kind of screams, that bird style, I guess. But
I think also like the first time, even with the paint scheme, like it's an aggressive paint scheme, and even though it's a big airplane, it still looks aggressive. It looks like a smaller airplane in the sky.
Yeah, it's funny because I'll fly this, I'll fly the edge, back to back, and the gap's really close as far as agility goes.
Yeah.
But obviously you still got the 40% feel if you want it, low and slow precision. I think iMac would be a great choice. But yeah, I mean the flight envelope's pretty good. I know there's some competitions overseas that only allow this size airplane, so great option for that.
Nice. Hitting a good market on them.
Yeah, for sure.
Hell yeah.
Jase,
Oh man.
you want a pork chop?
Sure, why not?
I got them cooking.
All right.
Well, thank you so much,
Yeah,
Jase,
no
for
problem.
talking to me.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
In last night.
I'm excited. The weather's not too bad right now, but it's getting hot. I can already feel it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
How was the drive-in?
The drive-in sucked.
Yeah.
I fell asleep.
Oh, that's
Should I say that on camera?
Probably not.
Probably not. I did not fall asleep. But no, it was hard. Because I went straight through.
Right.
It was 5 hours straight through. You know, that SUV has a big tank, so
Yeah. He
yeah.
was supposed to originally get here tomorrow, but ended up just deciding to not bring the camper and just sleeping in the trailer with me.
Yep.
So just right after your appointment, just came right here.
I just loaded up and hauled ass. So
Oh yeah.
I'm excited. We're seeing, you know what's kind of neat, Nick, is at this event, we're seeing some kids, like 10 years old,
Yeah.
3D-ing the hell out of it.
Yeah. Flying way better than me.
3D-ing the hell out of it, and show you that anybody can do it. Anybody can do it. You need to get into this hobby. I know you're already in the hobby if you're viewing our channel, but encourage your kids to get in and fly because this is amazing.
Hell yeah.
Stay tuned. You're good, bud.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
How we feel?
I'm a little nervous on that one, but I'm all right. All right, get that first flight jitters out of the way.
Yeah. Right. So it is now nighttime, and tonight is probably the best night than ever to actually try out the night fires for the first time. So I know a bunch of you guys wanted to see me fly the night fires for the first time. A little nervous, and hopefully I put them all on right and made sure they were tight. Probably my biggest fear is just one of the lights just saying ejectocito and just fucking being gone. So we're gonna give it a shot and see how it goes. definitely different. Getting used to the opposite wing shining in my eyes.
Yep. Nice.
All right, so first flight with the night fires actually went pretty well. It wasn't as jarring as I thought it was going to be. It's definitely different than watching them. I'll say from your first time using them. Also, something to be known if it's also your first time using them is you're only going to get about max 10 minutes out of the batteries. So do like how I did it, have the engine started up, someone holding it, and then plug the batteries in, and you're immediately going. You don't want to run into a situation where the lights start getting dimmer or they go out completely while you're flying, because that's a guaranteed crash. But they're really a lot of fun to fly with. Keep it close to you and when on your first flight. So hope I might do one more tonight, depending on how I feel. Might want to get some beers. Finally, actually, a couple, and just finally just enjoy the night.
Confidence boost.
Yep. So I was definitely nervous the first time going up with them, but now I feel a lot better. Honestly, the probably most jarring maneuver to do them are kind of fast rollers, rifle rolls or fast harriers or stuff like that. Your eyes don't like adjust. I noticed, and this is just all me personally. Everyone's eyes are different. So I noticed that it became a little bit blurry, but I just had to keep with the rhythm, and it turned out to be fine for me. But I'll probably stick away from the extremely fast rifle rolls for a long time until I get really used to flying with the lights. Did a couple crankshafts and knife edge spins to really put some G's on them to see if I hopefully jarred anything loose in the lights. And no, the lights held up great. They're working great so far, so I'm very satisfied. It was plenty bright. These are the V2s, so
Yes, they are. The XL.
yeah, so they're supposed to be a little bit brighter, and they're bright. They're very, very bright.
Really well.
So yeah, I think that's going to be it for tonight. Short part, but then we're just going to go ahead and jump to tomorrow morning.